Most leaders in organizations today see their role as achieving a result through people. The problem with that view is that it disables the possibility of discretionary effort by the subordinate or by the employee. If you asked people to describe the sort of boss that they'd work for because they wanted to, they would say a whole host of things. They would say, for instance, something like, I'd work for a boss who cares for me, who gives me who listens to me, who's approachable, who's supportive, all things that are really concerned with the idea of care. They would also say things like, I'd work for a boss who is honest with me, who gives me direct feedback, who's fair with me, who empowers me to do the job, all themes that are concerned with growth. In other words, when people work for a boss because they want to, it is because that boss really only does two things for them. The boss cares for them and gives them an opportunity to grow, care and growth. And what we've discovered about these care and growth criteria is that they're absolutely universal. They are true for every human being on the planet. Wherever you go, if you ask people to describe the boss they'd work for because they wanted to, they'd say, it's the boss who cares for me and grows me. And in order to account for the universality, we need to understand what we're asking when we ask somebody who's the boss you're going to work for because you want to. Clearly, if you work for somebody because you want to, you give the person the right to ask you to do things or to exercise power over you. In other words, these care and growth criteria are the universal criteria for legitimate power, the right to ask people to do things. And when you see it from that point of view, the universality makes absolute sense. When employees feel that they work for bosses who care for them and grow them, employees then work because they want to. In other words, employees come to work to make a discretionary contribution to the business. That sense of discretionary contribution to the business is really the pixie dust that accounts for the success of an organization. Because any organization succeeds based on the degree to which the employee or the person in the organization is willing to go the extra mile in pursuit of the organization's objectives.